Um, I don't want to let us get out here without talking about intense
Yeah.
tennis. We want to talk about tennis because we were all together.
Hmm.
I guess it's probably 2 weeks ago now, or maybe last week.
Last week.
At last week, okay, at the intense event. Jonathan, you were commentating, did a great job. But the format, right? That was my first time seeing it in person, and Tori's been talking to me about it, and I've obviously been seeing it online. How did you get involved in intense tennis? One, two. What are your kind of thoughts? We'll go Big Ten thoughts on intense tennis,
Yeah.
and
So
maybe explain it first because I just threw it out intense, like people know like
yes.
what it is.
So I'm friends with JY Abone, who's been heavily involved in the league. He's like the play-by-play. He's like basically he does a lot of things for that league. And so he asked me if I want to yap, which I always do. I'm just happy to talk. So he's like, "Hey, would you do some commentary weekends remotely for these matches?" So what the league is it's a teams of three guys, three girls. The guys play three 10-minute rounds. The girls play three 10-minute rounds. And then you play a men's doubles, women's doubles, and a mixed for 10 minutes. So it's nine total 10
Right,
minute rounds.
right, right.
And you can sub people in. So in the three men's rounds, all three dudes can play. You can sub them in and out. You can call timeouts. It's a 10-minute running clock. The time in between points is quicker. It's 14 seconds. And clean winners count for two. Like
And they
those are
get
the
one serve too, right?
one serve. Yeah.
One serve.
One serve only. So those are the major rules that are different.
Right.
Um, Being there in person, I got to guest coach last week, and then I was commentating, which is super fun. Coaching it was a blast. It is not normal tennis. One
No.
serve only. People are running in between points. Sometimes it makes sense. Like for example, my team, I said, never ever in your life hit a slice lob.
No.
Like someone's gonna someone's gonna get a 2 point overhead.
Right.
Like you can't do it. So in some ways, it changes the tactics in the sport a little
Right.
bit.
Right.
I think intense or other things like it, or if they want to keep changing rules, I think it is a little bit the future because I saw this with golf and I actually know it for myself. I would rather watch YouTube golf right now than pro golf.
Right.
And I love golf, but I watch YouTube golf a hell of a lot more than I watch a standard PGA Tour event. And they're doing all kinds of weird things. Oh, can I break 75 with only my driver and my putter? I'm playing these types of guys. They're not even pros head to head. It's entertainment. Sports is entertainment.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so if like personally, I like seeing a coach call a timeout. Like I was like icing the kicker. I'd wait right till they toss the ball. And I call it before and everyone was so confused. I was like, I freaking love it. Like it's perfect. Right. I wish I could do that in a real match. So for me, that's fun. It's still the sport of tennis, but like that might be the future. Yeah. Oh, I was
I,
going to
I
the
saw the
official.
clip. I saw
Yeah,
the
I'd go to the
clip.
official right before and I'd be like, hey, I'm going to call it right before they toss. And like he got right here and I called it and the guy was so pissed. And I'm like, that's awesome. So for me, that's fun. It is a little bit of a different sport, but like it's quick, which I think people appreciate nowadays. They don't want to be
Right.
around forever. Like who's going to watch a full 5 set match unless it's
Right.
Alcaraz and Sinner, right? You're not
100%.
going to watch 4 or 5 hours in a row on a weekend. So I like that it's fast paced. I like that the rules are different. I like that there's something exciting there. Being a part of it, I enjoyed it a lot more than commentating from my guest bedroom here. Like that was a blast. But I do think there's a place for intense and other cool formats in the future because I think that's where a lot of people are consuming things on streams and on YouTube.
My two questions, and I've asked them before. What does intense get right? What's it missing?
They get right, quick paced, and like I said, like everything goes fast. 14 seconds, boom, boom, boom. There's not much time in between,
Right.
so it's
10,
just
10 minutes
constant
total.
action.
Yeah.
They get right 10 minutes total. They get right the team environment, so you get your teammates cheering you on, so the energy is always very good. And they get right that coaches, like I want the pro. I don't know why on the ATP tour there's not a coach. I know Taylor Fritz would probably hate this. Why there's not a coach sitting on the bench? Like, why do I have to sit in the box? Like, get there. I
Right.
wish I could call a timeout in a pro match. I wish, like,
Yeah.
if I'm actually coaching you, or do I work for you? So I like that intense. Like the coach is involved, just like a normal, like an NBA game. I can call a timeout. I'm looking at you. You're struggling. You just lost 6 points in a row. I'm calling a
100%.
timeout. You look raggedy, and you don't
Right.
know where you're going.
Subbing you
To
out, timing
me,
you
that
out,
is what they're
something.
getting right.
Right. Get your momentum back.
Hmm.
Stop the bleeding. Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And what's it missing?
And then with your second question,
Yeah. What's
what?
it missing?
Yeah, what is it missing?
Is there a few more tweaks to be made to the format, or that you think would be advantageous?
Mm, ah, it's a good question. The format itself, I kind of like it's different. I'm still kind of seeing if the rules work. I think a league like that to succeed long term, I could see it going down a YouTube path where they're also doing things simultaneously, where they're doing. So here's our league, right? We've got Intense, but on Mondays we're doing things with regular people. We're doing challenges with people on YouTube. Like it's a fully immersive experience instead of just here's the British
Just those
Open on
pros.
TV, and
Sure.
then here's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You're over
I
here
do
and the
feel
pros
like
over here.
eventually
Right.
you're gonna start integrating and being like, here are cool little challenges, and here are parts of the league, and here's our junior team. Hey, Atlanta has a pro team. Well, we have a junior Intense team, and they build up, and it's a feeder system, so everyone feels like it's together.
I like
This is
that.
the first year for the league, so like obviously they're changing rules. They're trying to figure out what's working, what's not working. Um, so it's tough for me to say what's not working since it's so new. I surprised myself with how much I enjoyed it because it sounds so different. So I've loved it. I'm going back to commentate August 9th. So I'll be there again, which will be a blast.
Yeah.
So it remains to be seen, but I think eventually they're going to have to work in some junior feeder system
Sure.
and also find things outside of the matches to engage people because I
Right.
think people want to watch that almost as much as they want to watch matches themselves.
I was thinking JY reached out to me the last few days. I guess there's a challenge match coming up, and I'm going to be the color commentator here coming up in I think the 26th. So I
love
look
it.
forward to giving my own
Look at you
my own color.
burying the
Torrey, now Torrey, the point they use about 8 seconds. You're going to have to get all your thoughts out in 8 seconds now.
You have no idea how fast I can talk. I will blitzkrieg this thing. No, I think it'll be great. I am 100% looking forward to it. Trust me, I am. And Felipe Costa is going to be one of the guys who I used to work with someone junior. So he's a good kid. I've known him for a long time. Long story. I'm looking forward to it. I am a huge fan of anything trying to add to tennis. I love tennis. I've always loved tennis. It's one of those things where I just love anyone trying to make their own iteration of tennis that's going to be more fun and more exciting. It'll never replace the actual tennis, and I love tennis. So the purist in me will always love the 3 out of 5. Alvin and I have had, I don't know how many discussions on, I want the women to play 3 out of 5, right? But at the same time, if there's an iteration, I love team tennis back in the day, world team tennis. I loved Intense. I love the format of it. I love the fact that it was on one court and people were there playing. I love the atmosphere. I love the look of it. I was just talking to my son. He does a lot of things with projection mapping and does cool things with concerts and for lighting them. They actually need like almost more. I think they almost need more, I'm going to say production in that sense. But to my point, why stop? Why stop at the little club lights in the corner, right? Let's just really make this thing, let's really blow it out. But maybe even some cool music when there's a winner being hit, almost engage the crowd a little more, but old school Tennessee knocking out push-ups in the end zone on touchdowns. That kind of thing to me is just fun. And I think that the more people that are attracted to tennis, the better. And I think to your point, help people reach their goal. But I think also helping people to realize how fun this game actually is. If you actually invest the time to get halfway decent, the better you get, the more tennis rewards you and how much fun it can be. And that I think that's one of the things that I've always loved about the game. So bottom line, I look forward to it. I'll be asking you some more questions on some of your color. And, it's something I look forward to chatting with you when we get offline. But I enjoyed not only seeing you there, but obviously catching up with you here today. And as always, before Alvin sticks his proverbial pin in this whole thing, this has been a great episode.
Did you feel it? Did you feel it coming? Did you feel like I was about to? I was about to call it.
I know you well enough to know that pin is coming, and I saw old Bill Belichick over there with the timeout.
I was debating. I was gonna give my 1.5 cents on Intense. Coming from a sports media and technology background, right? Like, what does it look like? What is the value from a consumer who's not there? I don't know yet. I don't know. The in-person experience was a lot of fun. Like, it was a lot of fun. Is that enough to stand up a league long term? Obviously, it's not. You can only put so many bodies in that building, right? So you need to be able to be engaging people who are not there. But I think they're really on to something with that format. And I noticed that the Clemson women's team is getting involved in some way, and I'm like, okay, now we're talking about like you mentioned, Stokke, would this be a cool concept to try in college? Like to keep fans engaged. Like it's fast. We're playing to points. We're all working together to get to this thing, and it's all happening at the same time. Like that could be a little more engaging for a fan in that. I don't know how you do it in that environment. You still got to go 6 wide, but whatever. But then also as a training aspect, it felt like a little bit of like winners up, losers down, like kind of like half court games, because like you're running around trying to get as many points played in as possible. So I got that kind of vibe. But like, is there like, I haven't done it myself, so I don't know how hard it is to play tennis for 10 straight minutes with very limited time in between points. I feel like it's actually quite difficult, like from a conditioning standpoint.
It's tricky. I mean, 14. The one thing that I found in that is 14 seconds is short, but I kept telling my team, I'm like, run it down to. You guys are serving with 7 seconds left.
Right.
If you're up, take your time.
Yeah, if you're serving, you control it. So I'm like, hey, like, just why are you rushing? Like, I played very fast as a player anyway, and I would say I probably naturally played at like a 10 to 15 second pace. That was just my thing. But they feel so rushed because they've been told it's faster. Yes.
Well, the whole environment, it's like there are, for those who haven't seen it, like it's one court, but there's lights, there's an MC music walking around yelling things, there's music. I'm like, I feel like I'm going into cardiac arrest here, and I'm not even playing. I'm just watching, and I'm stressed the hell out. So I can imagine the players feel like, and then you get 50% more points or 100% more points if you just like sell out and start trying to slap winners. It's like the whole thing is very stressful.
It's a lot. And that's honestly, Torrey, what you're going to do as a coach. And if I could go back, the only thing I would do is I might actually physically walk onto the court when my players were serving and be like, wait 3 more seconds.
Right.
Like, I told you to wait to 2. You're rushing. Slow it down. And I'm standing here. So now you can't make that mistake.
Right.
And I wasn't really worried as much about, should we go to that person's forehand? Or, I just met the team anyway. Like, I don't know how they play, but I was like, take your time. Do things like, let's use these rules to our advantage. We're going to get you your timeouts. We're going to sub you out so you catch your breath. And hopefully you play well enough to win, even though I just met you. But yeah, like for me, that was the cool part, is I felt very involved.